Roblox has been through quite a controversy recently. From exploiting kids as underpaid game devs, to the CEO wanting to make the game into a pseudo-dating site for children. It really makes you wonder, how many PR disasters can a company even go through? Well, apparently still more. This time, Roblox have been caught profiting 4 years from underage gambling sites. I know, who's surprised? But before we take a look at the gambling sites, here's a study showing that the base game might be just as bad. The University of Sydney urges swift regulation of Roblox's in-game spending, suggesting that the prevalent loot box mechanics in Roblox might be increasing the risks of becoming a gambling addict later in life. When saying loot boxes, the study seems to mostly refer to Roblox's gacha-like egg system. Now, you might be quick to condemn Roblox, but is this even negligence on their side? Many other games have gacha mechanics. Why does this study only target Roblox specifically? Well, there are two big differences between Roblox and other games. Firstly, Roblox's player base mostly consists of children, teenagers, and some other individuals.
I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
Anyways, Roblox is still a game made for younger audiences, and therefore it's a game which needs to have higher standards for responsibility when it comes to safety. This is even more important in cases such as this one. Your frontal lobe isn't fully developed until you're around 25 years old, which means that until then, you're even more susceptible to addictions, including gambling. Secondly, Roblox's currency system is essentially tailored to scam children. How so? Well, let's take a look at this clip. Did you catch it? Typically when you purchase something online, you have to verify your age, address, numbers on your debit card, etc. In Roblox, however, the purchase just goes through without any of that. This makes you able to lose hundreds of dollars worth of Robux with a simple misclick.
Did I just spend $200,000 on this shirt?
Also, according to the study, children have problems realizing the true value of currencies when there are complex currency conversions going on. An example could be dollars converted into Robux and then made into gems, which is exactly what is happening at Roblox. How interesting. So even if kids don't accidentally purchase something, they might still accidentally spend way more than they initially intended. So, the target audience is young and the currency system is scummy. This combined with the widespread gacha mechanics should raise an eyebrow or two, or maybe even some lawsuits. Especially when studies are warning about higher rates of gambling addictions. Let me also remind you that many adults have crippling addictions to gachas. Imagine now how destructive these addictions can be for children. Now, you probably don't know how many people are playing Roblox. Well, aside from a lot, how many concurrent players do you think Roblox has? Well, they've got over 4 million of them, 40% of which are 13 or younger. 4 million concurrent players is an insane amount. Yet I lied. They've actually got around 9 to 15 million concurrent players. Yes, you heard that right. 9 to 15 million concurrent players. I used a data sample collected from July 2025, which was directly taken from their experience browser. The data also matches up with the data on their brands page. This really puts into scale how many people Roblox really are affecting with each and every one of their policies and decisions. Anyways, enough of the in-game gacha. I'm guessing you want to get into the real PR use, the actual gambling site Roblox has been profiting from. To begin explaining them, we better start with how they're making money from them. Let's say someone buys 11,000 Robux with $100. The Robux will likely go towards buying something in an experience, for example. When the Robux is spent, a 72% cut occurs, and the rest goes into a group. This group can then pay their underage employees tax-free. How nice. When you later want to turn the 3,080 Robux you have left into dollars, you'll have to use their DevX rate of $0.0038 per Robux, which will make you end up with $12 to your name. So, for every $100 put into their platform to buy things in experiences, devs end up with $12 and Roblox ends up with $48. Now, this might be predatory business behavior, but what has this got to do with the gambling sites? Well, the same rule applies to them. But here, Roblox earns even more money. $60 for each $100 bought to gamble with. And remember, it doesn't matter if the player or the casino wins. Roblox will still get 60% of all the revenue. Hello, Future Me here. Roblox getting 60% of earnings is debatable, but because of that I don't know how Roblox splits the money with the sites, I'll have to guess using the given information, which is not much. I'd estimate that the money Roblox could be getting is between 55 to 90% of the revenue. Back to past me. So, now that it's clear that Roblox earns the bulk of the earnings from these sites, we can go into the sites themselves. To begin with, how do you access the sites? Do you need to go through the dark web, or need an invite from someone on the inside, or... No, apparently not. All it takes is one quick search, and now you're in a virtual casino. Fully decked out with roulette, blackjack and many other games. This casino, however, is different compared to others. Here you don't need any age verification. All you got to do to start betting is to connect your Roblox account by pressing this button and entering your password. That's it. Nothing else required, except that you need Robux in your account. Luckily, however, there is one safety precaution to stop minors from gambling. This tiny little TOS in the top right corner. Here it says you aren't allowed to gamble if you're under 18. There are also some 30 other points here that apparently gets accepted as soon as you enter the site. I don't think you need to be a lawyer to understand that this ain't how terms of service work. I mean, they could have at least tried like a pop-up or something. Why even bother going through with this little button? This, even a regular pop-up wouldn't do anything. Why have this button? So, there is no safety measure to hinder children from betting here, and it shows, according to some scraped data, over $100 million were bet on just one site through its lifetime. I think we can assume that across all these sites, tens of millions of dollars have been lost. Presumably, close to all of this money coming from minors betting. I mean, why would a grown-ass man bet with a currency mostly used to flex in middle school? He's got so many better options. It's troubling that Roblox and the casino owners are getting away with this. Having said that, I don't believe the most concerning part to be that the sites exist. It is that they aren't being taken down. The UK Gambling Commission did take down a few of these sites, but it didn't amount to much, for that as soon as one is taken down, another one pops right up, sorta like casino whack-a-mole. There is also a class action lawsuit being held against Roblox because of the gambling sites. However, these lawsuits don't guarantee anything and might be years away from taking effect. It seems the only ones who can single-handedly hinder these sites are Roblox themselves. Not that they seem to have that in their interests. Considering everything, I think it's quite depressing that Roblox is exploiting legal systems to earn money by making minors gamble. We can probably all agree that Roblox's leadership is evil, through and through. And although that is bothering me, what has really made me lose faith in humanity are the countless channels getting sponsored by the gambling sites.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to my first ever video on Blockstomp. It's a new site. We're gonna have 1 million Robux in the balance, and today we're gonna try to run it up to 2 or 3 million.
They must be some of the slimiest individuals known to man. Knowingly advertising gambling to their mostly child audience is absolutely disgusting. I think no major YouTubers are guilty of this, although I wouldn't know. It was depressing enough looking through one of them sponsored videos. I ain't gonna look through more searching for culprits. So that's it. I think I covered all of the important points. However, there are still a couple of Roblox related topics I'd like to cover, but researching this one was already miserable enough, so I'll take a small hiatus from Roblox and cover some other subjects in the meantime. If you discovered any misinformation that might have slipped into this video, please leave a comment and I'll pin it. Alright, see ya. Don't forget to subscribe. You're supposed to say that. Yeah.